Hello and good morning from a windy Daytona Beach. I am here today to talk about the Daytona Beach road course that actually helped design the NASCAR that we know today. The Daytona Beach and Road Course was a racetrack that was instrumental in the formation of the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing. It originally became known as the location where 15 world land speed records were set. Right outside the restaurant Racing North Turn, where the actual races used to start, they have this amazing car, a Ford number 22. The plaque says, "It is worth honor. Racing North Turn." It dedicates the number 22 to living legend Russ. And then of course it does have a few other names and who actually dedicated it. Now I have to apologize of the shakiness because it is really cold out here today. It's about 43. But right here at North Turn, it says this is the site of the original North Turn of the famous Points Intel Beach Road Course. The National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing, NASCAR, was formed in 1948 and sanctioned automobile racing on this course from 1948 through 1958. We'll go in more depth about the history of North Turn and NASCAR itself and I should say the legend that helped make the sport into an amazing event what it is as of today. Now it's only fitting for North Turn to actually have these checkered flags. This is where you would walk onto the beach. They don't have public beach access right here at the restaurant, but they do have parking for the restaurant itself. And then just a little further down the road, you can actually find parking for the beach. But look at that. It is so cool. So I wanted to show what the beach looked like. This is how you can tell that it is a cold day here in Florida. There's no one on this beach and it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Normally, this would be packed. Especially with that breeze. The breeze does not help. It just makes it feel a lot colder. But it is so nice out here still. I definitely would not be getting in the hot water today. So I jumped back in the car because it was starting to get a little chilly, so I'm turning on the heat right now. But I wanted to talk about this location before we started heading down and showing more different areas where the race actually took place. The course started on the pavement of Highway A1A at 4511 South Atlantic Avenue, Point Intel. A restaurant named Racing North Turn now stands at the location. It went south 2 miles or 3.2 kilometers parallel to the ocean on A1A South Atlantic Avenue. At the end of the road where the drivers access the beach at South Turn, the beach street returned 2 miles or 3.2 kilometers north on the sandy beach surface and returned on A1A to North Turn. The history of automotive competition in Daytona Beach area goes back to 1903. It is recorded that it started with a friendly wager between two men debating who had the fastest horseless carriage. The wide, hard, packed sand of the world's most famous beach were the scene of more than 30 years of speed trials. Then in 1953, the final speed trials were held and moved to the Salt Flats in Utah. To continue the legend of speed, stock car racing began on the beach in 1936. The lap length in the early event was 3.2 or 5.1 kilometers. And it was lengthened to 4.2 miles or 6.8 kilometers in the late 1940s. Entered in the event was a larger-than-life man named Big Bill France. He witnessed the final years of speed runs on the beach and was fired up about what Daytona meant to the auto racing on a global scale. He finished a solid 5th in the 250-mile event and knew that he could win stock car races on a regular basis, but also, if pressed into service, he could be a successful promoter. This is the site of the original south turn where the race would have taken place. You can imagine all of those amazing cars going and coming from the beach right here. The first couple of years, the road course was losing money, and the local Chamber of Commerce approached Big Bill asking if he could help find a promoter for the road course. The idea of promoting a race excited him, and he told city officials he was the perfect man for the job. While driving a race car at various tracks across the southeast, owned by Daytona Beach restaurant owner Charlie Reese, Big Bill asked Reese if he would give support financially to help him promote the beach course. A partnership was formed, and Big Bill began to wear two hats. In 1939, Bill Sr. accelerated his driving and promoting ambition, and the Daytona Beach road course was becoming successful. Behind the wheel in races on the beach road course, he finished 4th and 2nd, and a year later, he had a breakthrough victory along with other track wins to win an unofficial championship crown. He would promote races on the beach and at various tracks in North Carolina before the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, which halted racing post-war in late 1945. The Daytona Beach road course needed a tune-up and renovation after several years of inactivity, and in the spring of 1946, stock car racing was reborn. The realities of a growing Daytona Beach population on the beachside forced Big Bill to abandon the original 3.2-mile layout at the end of 1947. He was running out of room to both race and provide space for spectators. A new 4-mile course near Points Intel was created in 1948, where the stock cars would compete. On February 21st, 1948, NASCAR would be officially incorporated. Big Bill would be in charge of the new sectioning body, promoting not only races at the beach road course, but a full championship schedule as well. NASCAR was founded on the simple idea that many people loved revved up engines and fast cars as much as Big Bill did. The modified stock cars that had been competing was not the only direction Big Bill wanted to go in moving forward. In 1949, he demonstrated his determination for a vision he had years earlier but had been delayed by the war. From 1942 to 46, a small amount of consumer cars had been built, reducing the availability of the machines for showrooms floor by the car manufacturers. It was now time for his strictly stock concept, what would become known as the Grand National Series, and years later, the NASCAR Cup Series, a series for new sedan cars that would produce a national championship series. The first strictly stock race was held in Charlotte on June 19th on a 3/4 mile dirt track. Then less than a month later, on July 10th, 1949, the first Daytona Beach road course for the strictly stock division was held. It was the beginning of the big-time beach road course race in Daytona Beach, and the phrase, "Win on Sundays, sell on Mondays" for car manufacturers. For nearly the next decade, the beach road course would play a pivotal role in the early stages of NASCAR. During this time period, Big Bill saw that the days of racing on the beach course were numbered due to the spreading land usage of the rapidly growing population and huge race crowds. He put a plan for the future of Daytona Beach in motion with a proposal to construct a permanent speedway facility that would become Daytona International Speedway, which hosts the first Daytona 500 in 1959. So it's only fitting that we end today's episode right here at a tribute to the founders of NASCAR. And I wanted to dedicate this video to my father. He is a huge NASCAR fan, so I wanted to actually make this in his honor. So if you did like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get notified every time I come out with a future video, and hit that like button to let me know that you actually liked the video, and hit the notification button so you can get notified every time I come out with a future video. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this cold day here in Florida. Hope you have a great day, week, and year. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!